Today on To The Point, we were expecting a ballerina, but we're going to the ballroom instead.
Yes. Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Welcome on in To The Point with Kristyn Burtt. This show is sponsored by Dance Network and Popcorn Talk, and we are so excited you're here. And I have to tell you, it's been quite a morning. We had a little switcheroo with the guests because ballerina Allison Stroming dislocated her rib and was unable to come in today. So we are wishing her well and speedy recovery on that. We'll have her back on April 2nd. But stepping into the hot seat today is one of my favorites from So You Think You Can Dance, The Next Generation, and of course, Dancing with the Stars Juniors, Jake Monreal.
Yes.
Monreal. Say how the correct way.
Monreal.
I love that. Thank you so much for stepping in. We so appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Now, you are normally in Miami.
Yes, I am normally in Miami, but
What you doing here in LA?
nothing really. I had a couple meetings and all that, but yeah, more of the acting stuff now, but more of the dancing stuff with Dancing with the Stars Junior, since we just finished filming that like kind of recently. Mm-hmm. So I'm just here for more meetings with acting and stuff.
All right. Has a lot of good auditions, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I want to tell you guys, because we had Jake. Jake was doing something really good this afternoon. Talk about what you were doing, because I think, you know, we always talk about the dance stuff and it's so much fun, and but it's also good to give back. And you were doing something really worthwhile this afternoon.
Yes. So I was volunteering at my friend's place. It's this homeless type of area where they could come in and get food. And I was serving the lemonade was my job, but it's more like the food and like chicken and barbecue chicken, which is really good. I had a little bit after. And yeah, it was today was fed by Kenzie Ziegler and the Zieglers, Fanny, Maddie, and Melissa and all them. They all got all the food, baked all the cookies. And
how many cookies did you bake?
A lot of cookies.
You've been cooking for days.
Yes, they have been, yeah. And you know, it's really wonderful that they give back so much, even though like they're at the fame of not too many people have, and it's an extreme amount of fame, and they're able to give back to that, and I really think that's very humbling of them. So, and they were able to include me in it, so I'm really happy that they did.
Well, and I always say when you do something like that, oftentimes you get even more giving than receiving.
It's so good to just let them have a smile on their face because they got some food and they were able to get some water and to get extra water because we gave them as much water as possible and more cookies, and yeah, it's truly rewarding.
Yeah, and I think it gives everyone perspective of life, and you know, things can be really hard and everything else, and if you're fortunate enough to be able to give back, so
yes, it's very life-changing.
Yes. So I wanted to just share what you were up to before I pulled you into the To The Point studio. Now, you've had quite a year. We've had a lot of your fellow Dancing with the Stars Juniors pros, which has been really fun. I have to say, it's been fun hearing about the experience, but I always like to go back because I know there were kind of two sets of auditions. There was the initial one, and then there was a secondary one. Which one did you go into?
For the So You Think You Dance?
For Dancing with the Stars Juniors,
yes. So I had two auditions. I had the one where I sent in my video, and they were like, yeah, I know you, Jake from So You Think You Dance. And I met Sasha and Emma from like from So You Think You Dance. And then I came in and I auditioned. I actually came in with Ruby and Jonas. They're professional dancers. You know,
on World of Dance. We love them on season 2.
Yes, they were phenomenal. And I actually came in with them, and I danced in front of the camera, you know, did the thing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and was able to get past. So yes, loved it.
Was that the audition? Because I know that with the same audition that Sage went into, or some of the itty bitties like Camry, JT, because there were two auditions that happened. Or is there a third audition we didn't know about?
No, I don't think so. Yes, I remember. Actually, I don't remember exactly. I think I just did the first audition.
And Sasha, the second audition where the older kids came in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. Okay, great. Because I was like, a lot of the smaller contestants, the 8, 10-year-olds kind of came in to an audition, I think that happened in late February, and then they had a second one because they're like, we need some older contestants.
Yes, because I was too old for the thing, as originally said. They auditioned first at 13, and then I was 14 at the time. Now I'm 15. And yeah, they were auditioning younger. So when I came in, I was like, I'm a little too old for this, but let's do it anyways. And I was able to get past it.
Which is fantastic.
Yes, it is fantastic.
So when you get the news, where are you that you got the job?
I think I was at home. Yes, I was at home. I was in my bed. My mom called me downstairs, and
did you think you were in trouble?
No. I would have known if I was in trouble. I would.
She calls you by your full middle,
my full
everything.
middle
Yeah,
name,
exactly.
last name, my name I didn't even know about.
The dog gets called too. Yeah, whatever.
Yes. So I called and we give a hug, and a little tear.
Yeah, you gotta cry. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's Dancing with the Stars. Come on.
I know,
Yes.
and super exciting. I have to say, what was this experience like? Because watching from an audience perspective, I was able to go in and watch the show quite a bit over the summer. It was so much fun for me. It was, I called it a little bubble of joy for, a couple hours each time I went to watch. I think for you guys, it was more like the best summer camp you ever could have attended.
Yes, I think especially with the pros and all that, we had a very good experience. We'd come in a little earlier and we'd practice with the pro, which is our mentors, and I got to practice with Sasha, and he's a blast.
So when you found out you got Sasha,
so I didn't get to find out I got Sasha to the day we came in. We came in and everybody getting out together, all the troupe, all the pros, no celebrities yet. It was just the pros, and that's it. And we came into this little room. We had orientation. They told us everything that was going on.
were you all like guessing, like, I think you have
Yes,
Gleb
of
and you have
course.
Emma?
Actually, Sage and I we knew each other prior from like the auditions of So You Think You Dance, Lip Sync Battle. So we talked to each other and we were like, I think you have Gleb and I have Sasha for 100%.
What made you think that you would have Sasha and he would have Gleb?
No idea. It's just a hint, I'm super upbeat and super cool and like super like high energy and stuff.
Yeah.
So I felt like me and Sasha would have a good
Yeah,
match.
because he has endless, like boundless energy, I think.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sasha Farber. Yes. Him and Emma.
They're amazing.
Amazing people.
Great couple.
Oh.
So you find out you get Sasha where you're like, I knew it was you.
Yes, I was waiting inside the room and the cameras were all on. Everything was there. I was like, pretty sure it's Sasha, but like I'm not 100% sure. So I was waiting there thinking. I was like, come on, please be Sasha, please be Sasha, please be Sasha. And Sasha walks up to the door, and I'm like, yes.
Good.
Yes, I'm really proud of happy. I got my mentor.
What did you learn from him? Because I thought these mentorships were not only well paired, but I felt like everyone worked together as a team. It never felt like
It never felt forced. It
never did.
Absolutely not. Everybody loved their pros and everybody loved their mentor. There was no problems with that whatsoever. We loved each other. We were whole big family. We were their kids and they were our parents.
I'm going to tell
basically.
you guys all need to take that atmosphere and bring it to the adult show because I hear like a little drama behind the scenes everywhere else. In the adult show, the kids, they got it right. You guys all got along really well, which is great.
We're best pals. I just went to Utah a little while ago and I was able to meet with Camry and Michaela and Riley and Bryden and everybody. I got to see everybody.
Such a great
again.
crew.
And
So what did you learn from Sasha? What was like the one thing that you took away from that experience?
Don't take yourself so seriously.
That's a good one.
He's a phenomenal dancer, but he's one of the best ballroom dancers I've ever met. And, he has such good energy, and that's because he cares, but it doesn't care at the same time. It's a very hard thing to say.
It's a fine line. It's a balance.
Yes, it's he cares so much about his dance. He works harder than I've seen anybody work, and it's just that he's always laughing. He's always like not taking himself seriously. He's always joking around, making jokes. And when I would come in early, like I would always come in like 20, 15 minutes earlier to like our things, like especially like our 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So I'm like right on time because I don't want to wake up that early. It's a little too early, but I'd come in a little earlier and he'd always be there. So we'd like do our little choreo, we'd make our own little thing up. So we, aside from the choreo that we made up for Sophia.
You had additional.
Yeah, because, we'd put on some music and then I'd make some steps up and he'd make some steps up and then we'd put them all together and make like a minute choreo in like 20 minutes just for fun and just, yeah, we had a blast together.
That's great.
Sure.
Did you get pranked by him a few times? The good old Sasha Farber pranks. We see him a lot.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, I pranked Sophia. I did that. But I don't think he never pranked me.
Okay, I'm surprised.
He never pranked me.
Maybe the kids were hands off because I know he's
Yeah.
always pranking everybody else.
Yes, but he was always joking around. So I don't know. He never pranked me.
What did you do to Sophia?
It wasn't anything crazy, but like our second dancer, Foxtrot.
Yep.
She sits on the swing and everything. So we were resetting. We were gonna do it again, and she was sitting on a seat. So I walked up behind the seat and I pulled it from under her, and she felt it was like a little seat like this, like a super small.
Right.
So
She's not going flying flying 20 feet in the air.
I wouldn't do that.
Let's not start
we
any
were trying to
rumors
win,
here.
you know? We were trying to win.
Yeah,
so.
you're like, I don't want her injured.
Yeah.
We actually have a photo of your foxtrot right up there, which I thought was one of the loveliest dances that
Thank
you guys
you.
did. It was so, she
you.
cut such an elegant figure out there on the dance floor. We're talking about Sophia Pippen, of course, in case people didn't watch the series. But she was very shy.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've heard, once you get to know her, not shy at all.
Okay, so she got into Dancing with the Stars. This is the beauty of it. She got in. She was as shy as, I can't think of a metaphor right now, but she was very,
Yeah, it's like
very
the cat
shy.
got her tongue. She's
Yes,
not someone.
She walked. I mean, well, you would walk into a room full of cameras and two random guys. I would be shy too. You know,
It's intimidating.
It is intimidating. So she got in. She was super shy. Didn't want to talk. She was very to herself. And after the first couple days, she started opening up very little. It was a small little bit until like the week, and like we were like the last 2 days before we started performing on stage and live, not live, taped, and
Live to tape.
live to tape, yes. And she opened up there, which was a great thing. That's why the first dance was my favorite, because I finally got her to open up. We'd go and get ice cream after. We'd do as much as we possibly can to become friends, because that's what makes chemistry, what makes a good dance,
right.
You got to be friends,
You got to take care of your partner. Make sure she
Yes.
feels secure in that show.
Yes. And me and Sasha, I would think we tried our best to like make sure that she had the best experience, and I believe that we made it a really good experience for her because she's made so many friends. Like we're really close friends, And
Camry Peterson said that they FaceTime. She's like, she's
Yes.
so chatty.
Sky and Sophia are like best friends
Are
right now
they? That's
too.
so good.
Yes. And I think Sky's little brother has a crush on Sophia. But
Oh, I love that. That's really cute.
have you seen Ocean?
Ocean's adorable. That whole family.
Adorable.
Every time Sky would talk, I was thinking, okay, I need to take all this advice, write it down, and then apply it every morning as I'm getting ready for the day. Because
Yeah.
she would, I don't know where she comes up with stuff like that, but it was really lots of words of wisdom that were very useful. And
Very.
I think many adults haven't even figured that out yet.
Yeah. we're getting told by a 10-year-old stuff that we couldn't even dream of.
That's right. She's a very special young lady. That's what I always thought.
I love her. Yes, I actually saw her at a showstopper. We did a photo shoot together.
Oh, good.
I think it was last week on.
She's still dancing a little bit too, I think.
Yes, who's also dancing a lot? Mandela. He's taking.
Mandela's taking lessons.
He's taking lessons.
I loved him with Brighton. They were one of
Yes.
my favorite couples in the season, and I felt like they went a little bit earlier because I felt like each week he was coming out of his shell
Improving,
more and
yes.
improving.
Yes,
and I
and-
thought that he could go to the distance. I mean, when the people are voting in the audience, you never know how it all works out. But I thought they were a lovely figure out there on that floor.
Yes, and
so what
he's-
kind of dance is he taking? Do you know?
I think he did a hip hop class.
I love it.
Yes, hip hop. Yes, and he's hilarious. Mandela. We become really close. Me and Mandela. Me, Miles, and Mandela. Especially Miles. Me and him are really close friends now. And Mandela comes over the house. Well, I stay at the.
He stays at the Ziegler's.
We became really close because I met Maddie at So You Think You Could Dance. So we've known each other for a while.
A long time,
Yeah,
of course.
a long time. Yeah. So we had a place to stay, and then she was like, you don't have to pay some.
Come on, this is going to be a
Beautiful
fun.
person.
I gotta say, if you're staying at the Ziegler's house, this has to be really fun because
Yeah.
I feel like they always have people over the house. Like I feel like it's the fun.
Mandela's like my roommate. I love him. Yes.
I love that. I feel like the Ziegler's is like the fun house. Like the one neighborhood house everybody comes over because I feel like when I look at social media, I'm like every YouTube star is over there, every dance star is over there.
yeah, and that's the beauty. Sophia, she was very shy in the beginning, and now she's one of the most outgoing girls I've ever met.
Good.
And that's also with Mandela. He was extremely shy when he first started, and slowly but surely he's become the most crazy person I know.
That's
That's the
incredible.
beauty of the show. It really puts people out of their shell and makes them better people. So
Yeah, and I think people walk away with a lot, and I think that is incredible that they take parts of what they learned with them. There's some people are taking classes and
classes.
keeping up with the dances. And
yes.
I know. I think Lev was telling me his partner had gone and joined her dance team at school.
Yes, and Lev is starting to do classes too, like all around classes. You used to only take ballroom and all, and now he's doing
His contemporary is pretty good. I
Yes.
saw him. He took Coco's contemporary class over the weekend. And he was looking good.
Yeah,
I
know
love
what?
this.
It's getting people out of their shell and letting them try new things. That's the whole thing about Dancing with Stars. There's celebrities that have never tried anything, and puts them into the position where you kind of have to try it.
Yep.
And, they become in love with it. So.
That is fantastic. And you guys had the opportunity, of course, to work with Mandy Moore, whom,
Love
of course,
Mandy Moore,
you knew
yes.
from So You Think. But what was it like working with her on a different level? Because you're not the contestant anymore. You are the pro.
It was a lot more chill, She was like our third. She was like our aunt, basically.
Yes.
So we had her parents, we were the kids, and now she was
mentor,
our aunt.
and then you got the aunt.
And Robert was our uncle. Everybody. It was a whole big
Robert
family.
Roldan,
Yes,
who
Robert
was
Roldan.
assisting Mandy, and of course you also had, and Morgan was back
Yes,
there
Morgan.
too.
Yes. She was our third aunt. We were a whole family going on now.
That's great. What did you learn from working with Mandy on this level? Because a little bit different than the last time.
Mandy and the whole pros, we would come in earlier than the celebrities. It was just cool because I would always be the one getting there, and all the pros were when I did So You Think You Dance, all the all-stars were already sweating and everything. So now we were the vice versa. We were the ones sweating while they come in super chill and happy and all dry.
That looks good.
Yes. So it was very different to work with Mandy in that sense, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, she's an incredible choreographer.
And she's so good with she was so good with the pros, and she was so good with the celebrities as well. She's very good working with kids, so especially the 8-year-olds and the 9 and the 10-year-olds. She's such a great choreographer.
What I thought too, because she was also judging on the series, I'm glad people were able to really see her work and see that the criticism that she gave out was very constructive.
Yes.
Very something that you can take with you back to the studio and go, okay, Mandy said that I need to point my toes more, or I need to smile a little bit bigger, whatever it is.
Me and Sasha and Sophia, we always put Mandy and Val's and Adam, everybody's comments, we all put it into our work. So
yeah, because I don't think you can, sometimes if they give you too much input, you can't put everything.
Yeah.
But there's always a thread of okay, great. Val and Mandy both talked a little bit about the performance quality.
yes,
or
performance, getting out your shell, smiling more, smiling too much,
Yeah, you don't want it to seem fake either. I know, there's that fine balance. I was always one of those kids that was super smiley.
So that was me in the beginning when I first did So You Think You Dance. I did my first audition. That was in front of Jeff Thacker, Ashley, and I went in there and I was like, yes, wow, yes, oh my gosh. And
your facials were off the charts.
It was I was doing this and this and and everything, And he came up to me and he was like, you need to calm down a little bit.
You're like, I got it.
Got it. So then I worked off of that and made me a better dancer. So
Well, it's funny. I went back today and I watched your So You Think audition.
Oh, Lordy.
In front of the judges, which that season, of course, was Nigel and Jason Derulo and who am I missing? Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
I did not realize, I didn't remember this, that Nigel said, that's a no for me. And I was like, what?
Yup. I got 2 yeses and a no.
Interesting.
Yep. My video. I don't think we send in a video like we usually send in the video, and then my dad and my brother waited out line for 10 hours, something like that. Freezing cold New York. I can't thank them enough for this because I wouldn't be sitting.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be where I am.
You wouldn't have
today.
been on season 13.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done anything, and I really truly owe it to them. So they waited out line. I got there the last hour, and they were freezing on their little things like this.
Oh no!
And I came in walking hey, I'm ready. So I truly they're such great. They're my stepdad and my stepbrother. So
that's amazing. So when you had the no from Nigel, you'd already had a yes from Paula, correct? It was Jason that broke the tie.
Jason was the one that broke the tie.
Did you panic a little bit?
I don't know if you can see, but inside my clothes, my feet, my legs, every muscle in my body were shaking out of nervousness because I heard the no. My parents were sitting on the right because they would have the little stool there. I remember it so clearly, and they were there, and I got the no, and I looked at them, and I was like,
"You're like no," and you were 12 when you auditioned, correct?
Mm-hmm. And no, was I 12 or 13? Oh, I was 12. I turned
12.
13 on the show.
Yeah,
yes,
I think you were 12. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was very nerve wracking. And then I finally got the yes from Jason Derulo because it was he said, I still remember what he said too. I think I think it's the luck of the Irish or something, but I'm gonna say yes. And I was like, yes.
You're like, whew. So you get to Academy.
Oh, Academy I really enjoyed Academy.
Did
thoroughly.
you really?
Yes.
A lot of people don't.
I really.
What made you like
it.
Academy?
I mean, first of all, getting through Academy, because
Yes.
I don't think I would have loved it
once
as
you're
much.
there,
if I
but
didn't
a lot
get
of people
through.
find the process really challenging.
It is extremely challenging, which is the reason I think I love it so much. It was a huge challenge. I had only been dancing for maybe 2 years, 3 years? 2 years.
We've got Mom
Thanks,
in the
Mom.
studio in case
Thanks,
anyone's
Mom.
wondering. Mom's here to help out.
Help out. Yes. So I was dancing for 2 years, and I was learning 2 choreos each day, each like a minute long, and I never really done that before. I wasn't as good as a dancer as the person dancing right next to me, you know? I'm not crediting myself like, oh, I was so good, I made it to the top 10. Oh my Lord. Totally not. My partner that I was going against in the top, Jenna's team was a 5. His name was Joshua. He was such a good ballroom dancer, better than me, honestly. I'm gonna say that straightforward. He was so good at ballroom, and I was like, I'm totally losing to this guy. He's so good.
What do
So
you
good.
think was the reason Jenna said, I need Jake?
I don't know. I think I just talked a lot. That's basically it.
Or
Yeah.
that you asked her if she had a boyfriend.
Oh yeah, that was also that. That was pretty. I don't know. Yeah, I like that. That's probably it. Yeah.
So cute. But it was, I mean, when you got on the show, and I think what was interesting too, and a lot of people maybe don't feel this because they weren't backstage, but
Yes.
for all of us, whether we were covering the show as press, the parents that were backstage, all of you guys, this show was new because
Yes.
we knew what So You Think You Can Dance was, but we didn't know what So You Think The Next Generation was. And the first couple weeks, everyone was like, what is this?
Yes.
Like, what are we doing? How is this going? And I think you guys all really shocked everyone because I think people were thinking, oh, it's just going to be a junior show and it's not going to be great dancing and we're not going to feel the emotion. But it was the complete opposite of that.
I really, I was doing ballroom, so we weren't allowed to do like Roomba and stuff because that would just be weird to do
it's
with,
just too-
with someone that's like 30 inches taller than
It's
me.
awkward. You can do
Yeah.
a great jive though, and
By the way, I'm Jenna's height now, which is great.
I love it.
I remember I was like right here at a very awkward angle for the camera points.
It's funny now how much you guys have grown too. I'm like, I always go, oh my, So You Think You Can Dance babies are taller than me.
Yes.
Yeah, I have some really tiny photos of me and JT that I sit there and
I
think,
see, because JT did Dancing with the Stars. He actually won Dancing with the Stars.
yes, he
Juniors.
did.
Yes,
We
he
had him
did.
here on the show, but yeah, there's a photo of you and me and
Tate
Jenna and Tate and Catherine. But look at how tiny you are.
I was so tiny.
And for perspective, you guys, I'm wearing heels today, but I'm pretty sure Jake is, what are you, 5'4" now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you're taller than me. I'm 5'3". So you're officially taller than me.
Yes.
Do you remember a lot from that summer? Because I feel like it was a blur.
Yes.
You do.
I made it a point because I was truly astonished that I was able to make it to the live shows. I was caught by nowhere. My mom and dad were like, we're going to do this. He's going to go. He's going to be a great experience. He's going to get the feeler for auditioning, and, he's going to have a great time.
He'll come back at 18 and do it again.
Come back. It's going to be a good experience. And I was able to get to the live shows. And really, it's just, I was so astonished that I made it a point to take pictures in my mind of every little thing, of every little dance, every little practice, every little rehearsal, every little interview. So,
What's your greatest moment from that summer?
greatest moment,
Yeah.
I think it's getting picked by Jenna.
Yeah.
Because it was very dramatic for that part. There was like spotlights. It was like a couple, like 6 maybe spotlights that lead to like the end spotlight where there was like where Jenna was looking, and me and Joshua, which is the guy that was in the top 20.
Yep.
We were walking down and we were like, all right, dude. Well, before we were like, all right, whoever wins, you did great. It was very nice, and everybody was very good to each other.
And you're thinking in your head,
I was
he's
like,
got
you know
it.
what,
You're
got
thinking
it,
he's
dude.
got it.
But you know what, whatever happens, dude, I'm so proud of you. We did great. We tried our best, all that good stuff. And we were walking down, and I go and I stand next to Joshua, and we are just standing there. And then Jenna's crying, and she's talking to us like, "Oh, you guys did so great." And Joshua went first, and I was like, "I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing."
Yeah, you never know.
You're thinking about every little detail.
I'd be thinking in The Bachelor, when the first girl goes, she gets sent home. What happens here?
yes. So we're there. She talked to Joshua first, and I was thinking, okay, she said the like 3 times, and then she said I like 4 times. I'm just totally joking. She finished talking to Joshua, and then came to me, and she told me great stuff. I don't remember that. I was blanking right now. I couldn't see even her. I was just like, black in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she said Jake, and I just gave Joshua a hug. I'm like, oh my god, dude, how is this possible? Yes, and then
I'd be ugly crying like the whole day. She picked me.
Yes, and then I give Joshua a big hug, and then Jenna came down afterwards, and I could give her a big hug, And yeah, that was definitely one of the most memorable parts, for sure.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Well, how nervous were you guys for the live shows? Because I usually, and I really clearly remember this with season 15 last year, the energy, everyone was really, really nervous last year. And then it made me think, what was season 13 like? Were these kids aware of you're on a live show, everybody's watching, there's no do-over? Did you guys think about that? Or were you just young enough where it just kind of passes over your head?
I don't know. I mean, I had Jenna as a mentor, or like an all-star. I'm saying mentor now because I'm so used to saying mentor. She was my mentor. Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, and she would always tell me, and I use this advice every time I either go on stage or do anything that's like really like important and nerve-wracking. I say it's just me and you, and it's just me and her on stage. So she really helped me forget about the cameras, forget about the judges, forget about the TV,
cool stage,
forget about the audience,
set, yeah.
everything. Forget about everything. Just look at me, and it's just me and you. And that really touched my heart, and I'd use it on Sophia and everybody that I dance with now. Like whenever we did the opening numbers, Bridie and Riley, because these are the only two girls that I dance with. I always said that to them. So
it's a good point too. You take little lessons. You're like, that worked really well. Let me take it with me to the next job or wherever else. And someone like Sophia, who was really green when it comes to that.
I told her, don't look at the cameras, don't look at anything, don't look at the people, don't look at the judges. Just look at me. It's just me and
nobody
you.
else cares. Just what we're doing.
And we're gonna have a blast on stage, and we did. So
good. I know. I love Sophia. I was like, she's so pretty and elegant. She could be a really great ballet dancer if she ever really wanted to pursue it.
She
the
does.
Most gorgeous lines, long limbs. I was like, gosh, I'm envious of.
She was like almost. She's like about to be my height, and she's like, I think she's 12 now.
Oh wow.
Or 11? No, 11 now, right? Oh, she hasn't. I thought her birthday was. Okay, so she's 10.
She's 10. All right.
Yes.
Mom's like, nope. You've just aged her by 2 years.
But she looks like she's 12, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Everyone is going to be taller than me is really what it comes down to altogether. After that experience on So You Think You Can Dance, you head back home, right? Mm-hmm. How was the adjustment of that? Because especially that first really big television experience, kind of a magical summer, really fun with all of these other kids that are in the same situation that you are.
Yes.
Was it hard to adjust?
Not really, honestly. I was just truly, like I said, dumbfounded by the whole idea that I got to the top 10. So when I got home, I got it to my parents and my family, and I just missed them, so... Yeah, it wasn't really hard to adjust.
Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. And you train at Dance Town. So anyone who's watching World of Dance is very, very familiar with Manny Castro. He does a great job
I love Manny.
He does a great job at getting people on some of the reality competition shows.
And I wouldn't be able to learn so much in such little time if it wasn't for Manny. So I owe it to a lot of people to where I am today, and I think everybody that has made it into a talent competition owes it to a lot of people.
Well, tell us what's so special about Dance Town, because obviously you were competing against Ruby Castro, of course, on So You Think.
Yeah, we were really competing together.
I love Ruby.
Yeah, I love her too.
Yeah, she's another one. We loved her last season on World of Dance. But what is it about Manny that is really driving so many outstanding dancers in the commercial dance space?
He cares so much about every single person in their studio and every single person that either comes through by him, every little dancer, every 5-year-old, every 18-year-old that comes in to dance for 1 year maybe. And, he cares so much about each and every one of them and puts the effort, puts the time, puts the work. And I really don't think that there's any other studio in the world that does that. So,
what is an average day of training if you're, out there? Are you dancing all day? Are you?
I don't know. It's on and off. You could dance all day if you want to.
Yep.
If you could skip school if you want to and go there.
I think Ruby's homeschooled, isn't she? So she's not skipping school.
She's not skipping school.
Do not send anyone to her house to make sure she's not skipping school. She's homeschooled.
Yes,
but
she is.
But I know that they have a track where people are working
homeschooled, and they do like maybe 2 hours of school and then straight to dancing, and they dance for the whole day.
What's your school situation? I'm so fascinated by this because some people are homeschooled, some people go to a charter school, some people go to regular school.
Yes, I am homeschooled.
Okay.
Yes, I had to be for even in So You Think You Dance, because at the end when it was finale time, we had to do school, and my teachers were like, "Oh my gosh, you're skipping so much time at school. It's hard for us because you're missing so many subjects,
Right.
you're missing so many things," and yeah, so I had no choice. I had to start homeschooling.
Yeah.
So.
And for anyone that doesn't realize that there are child labor laws, you guys are only allowed to work certain hours a day. Even for us on those Mondays, sometimes they would say to us, we have 8 minutes left in their workday. You guys have 8 minutes to do all the contestants.
You have to do all the interviews, and every interview was like, "Hi, how was it? Great, bye."
I feel fine. Next one. And so if you look back at some of the interviews from that season, oftentimes you guys are clumped in groups of 4.
Yes.
Because that was the
Yes,
only way to
we
do
could
it.
get all of us, yeah.
Because you had to be pulled. The studio teacher would then pull everyone out of line and say their workday is done.
The child labor laws can be annoying us sometimes, because we just sometimes just want to work and just keep on working and get better and get it better. But, they're there for a reason,
They are, and they're really important. And, for us, it was sometimes a bummer that we wouldn't get to talk with you that much. But at the same time, you guys had a full day. You had already gone and done the dress rehearsal.
We did
and
live show. We
live
did
show.
everything. We were about to go to bed. We'd literally get to our rooms.
Although you guys would all go out to dinner. I would see everyone out to dinner
We would
after.
always go out to dinner, yes.
I would see. I know
Always
the couple
go to the
hot
Grove,
spots. The Grove, yep.
yes.
I was like, I go to the Grove for dinner after the show all the time too, so I know the hot spots where everyone goes.
Yes, and we would always go to I forgot the name of the restaurant right now, but I know Dancing with Stars, we were going to this Italian place, and almost every time after dinner, we'd go with all the celebrities and all the pros.
Yeah, a
and
lot
we'd
of people go to
there.
mixology on the second floor too.
Yes, I think I actually never did. I never went to
You
mixology.
didn't do mixology?
Did we? No, we didn't go.
That
no?
is a Dancing with the Stars staple.
For real?
Yes.
We went to I'm blank. Maggiano's. There it is.
Yep,
Maggiano's. Yes, we would go to Maggiano's.
Where if you buy one pasta, you take one home. I know that
Yes.
too.
Oh, Lord.
The hungry weeks.
Oh wow, we ate so much.
So much, which
Yes.
is amazing.
And it was Dancing with Stars. I feel it was a lot more chill than So You Think You Dance, because the celebrities were already at their point where they were like having a good time already. They were at their points, and So You Think You Dance, we were constantly working and like we got to get to that point. We got to get to the. We were working like a lot more harder than I believe that we did in Dancing with the Stars. I worked really hard on Dancing with the Stars because whether it be like thinking about choreo in my head, sometimes to like ask Sasha if he wanted to like do this or like include this, thinking about ways to like get through to Sophia sometimes to like how it's a better way to work with her. And
Right.
yeah, so I was always thinking of Dancing with the Stars, but I think in So You Think You Dance, my nerves were inside my body 24/7.
Well, you're a contestant
I'm a
at that point. Yeah,
contestant,
you're
yes.
competing. So,
Yes.
and even though you're still competing,
And Dancing with the Stars, it's not really the same.
It's different. The stakes are a little bit different because you just want Sophia to be comfortable and do well. That's
Yes,
all that matters.
It's all that matters. When she got eliminated, I in Dancing So You Think You Dance, my nerves just like let go of me when I got eliminated. Even though I didn't want to get eliminated for like So You Think You Dance, I just.
Like, I'm
It's like
good.
it's like a backpack. Just took it off after a long day of walking. Just a nice little relief.
Like, I can go swimming this week.
Yes,
Like,
I
just
could
whatever.
actually sleep for like maybe 7 hours.
You're like, that sounds good. How did Sophia handle the elimination? I know sometimes the adults would watch the show and think the kids are crying, but I think the kids took it very differently than the adults did.
Yeah. It was sad,
Yeah.
We were having such a blast towards the end. In the beginning, we were kind of like shy and all that, but at the end, we were just having so much fun every class. I finally figured out a way that like she loves working and stuff
Yep.
like that. So we were on a roll. We were like, all right, we got a
We got
Halloween
this.
dance. We already had like a couple choreos already done for the next couple of weeks. So we were like, all right, I'm so excited to do a Halloween dance. We got eliminated on Disney night, so we didn't get to do the Halloween dance.
What would your Halloween dance have looked like?
It was good. It was better than all of ours combined. I was so good, and it was.
Were you like what type of monster were you?
We were zombies.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
In the beginning of the dance, we would rise from graves and like come out. It was gonna be so good, and we did a whole lift where she puts her legs on me, and then I spin her around. If we would have made it to Halloween week, I think we would have gone a little farther.
Isn't that interesting how the way it all plays out? And you guys were shooting on Fridays and Saturdays primarily. So did you get eliminated on a Friday show and then didn't come back for Saturday? Do you remember?
I think I got eliminated on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, so it was another week.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I think it was a Saturday show, and then we had a break. So like it was right before the break. I think that happened. No, I think that might have been So You Think You Dance, because I know I got eliminated on So You Think You Dance with the double elimination with Jordan, because we were partnered that week and we got eliminated together. Yeah. So I remember we got eliminated and then we went on a break.
Yeah.
For So You Think You Dance. So that was like, all right. I was like, all right, we're on a break. So it's like they're not really working when I could have been working. We would have had a break anyway.
You're like, it's fine.
It's fine, but they're gonna have to come back in the next week. So
Yeah, there's always odd breaks in the middle of the summer for So You Think 4th of July, and then there's I think the playoff game, not the playoff games, the
Super Bowl. Or no.
Super Bowl. Listen to us. We
Olympics.
love not the was the Olympics that summer?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
No,
Maybe.
that was 2016. Yeah.
Yes.
It
maybe?
was Olympics.
Oh, yes.
That's an Olympic year.
Yes, it is.
I was like, I don't know. You're right. That's exactly what it was. So I love that you did lip sync battle Shorties. I feel like this is a rite of passage for every young dancer in the industry to do at least one episode of lip sync battle Shorties. Well, I love this photo of you that we have too. What was that experience like?
Oh, okay. So it was really fun. I had.
Did you have to audition?
For the pilot, I think so.
Yeah.
For the pilot, because I was a background dancer for the pilot for the first episode of Lip Sync Battle Shorties ever.
Which Nappy Tabs did the pilot for that. Yes.
And I was able to dance with them and all that stuff, which was always fun. I was a background dancer. So then next year I was doing other work. I was filming the movie All Styles, and I couldn't be on the pilot because I was doing other stuff. Not the background dancers is what I meant to say.
Yep.
I couldn't be on the background dancers because I was doing other stuff. So I decided, maybe I could just do one time and just be the celebrity or like the main person, the star for the lip sync battle, and I was able to do that. And I did Timber, which was
Pitbull, right?
Pitbull, yes. And I had a really good time. I think the pilot was really fun, but that was a lot of fun.
Well, of course, it's all eyes on you. Who was choreographing for this? Do you remember?
I'm blanking right now.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
a while ago.
Yeah, it was, and because you did it after So You Think. I'm just trying to remember.
Yes, after So You
Okay,
Think.
after So You Think. I was like,
Yeah.
you look a little taller too. Everyone was growing over the summer. It's so funny if you look at the week 1 photos and then
you're
like
like,
the week 10, everyone
Yeah.
was like 3 inches taller altogether, which was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, that's Ain't Your Mama. I love Ain't Your Mama. Oh, that's a good dance.
Yes.
That's my favorite dance I ever did on stage.
Yeah, he's looking at a photo of Jenna. There we go.
There it is.
Jenna, and there we have it.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a good dance. That was my favorite dance to do.
That was the favorite of the entire season.
Yep. It was just because there was no cameras. There was no like super like intense rehearsals for So You Think You Dance where the cameras are like always in your face, you know.
Yeah, that steady cam is
yeah.
circles around you and everything.
Yeah. We did that on our own, and that was our I think that was week. That was like the week before I got eliminated, and yeah. So favorite dance so far.
All right, I love that. What was your favorite one that you did? Oh, was it the jive that you did on Dancing with the Stars Juniors? Was your favorite?
For what?
Dancing with the Stars Juniors. What was
Oh,
your
Dancing
favorite?
with the Stars. Yes, the first one. The
First one,
jive.
yeah. So it's like
The jive was really
the jive is your favorite, and then this one on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk All Styles because you were just talking about it.
Yes.
Christopher Scott.
Yes.
How did you get cast in the project?
I was known from like fiction and like Christopher Scott because I met them from So You Think You Dance.
Of course,
So
yep.
that's how I was known from them, and then I did a meeting with them, like I think it was over the phone or something, and they cast me. So
That's great. We had fiction in here to talk about it probably about 6 months ago now or something like that. And Tatana also came in.
yes.
Yeah, it's so great. And it was kind of interesting because they built the film really around fiction, which I thought was fascinating. And how long did you film All Styles?
I filmed a week. I think it was only a week.
Are you guys in the New Orleans area?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it was in New Orleans, like the area around that, and I really had a blast doing that. It was a very different experience, and I got a taste for acting, and I really fell in love with acting, and that's where I'm going towards now. That's why I'm here. I'm doing a couple meetings for acting and all that.
Pilot
good stuff.
season here in Los Angeles. This is when they
Yes.
cast all the TV
Yes, and
shows
a
for
couple
next year.
audition processes now, so I'm almost at the end of one of them. So we're getting
Knock
almost
wood,
there.
knock wood,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Knock. I don't know what's wood around
I don't
here.
know either.
Just knock on our heads.
Knock on our heads, exactly. For All Styles, because film is so much different. It's a long wait. It's a long day. It's not that quick. Like here's our live show. We're done in 2 hours, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What did you learn on that experience? Because it's not easy.
No, it It was very chill, you know. It wasn't like anything too crazy where like I was always like, what is happening? Where is everybody?
Right.
What am I doing? It was very well organized, and you know, I'm actually gotten pretty good at learning lines and all that stuff. So I had a couple lines there, and which it was very small lines. It wasn't like anything too crazy, but
it's acting.
yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and
Was it fun working with Christopher Scott outside of the So You Think?
yeah, he was like, we would always go out to get like if we were like going to the other side, we'd always have lunch together or anything like that. So it was kind of cool to like watch him like, hey, you choreographed.
I don't think people
Yeah.
realize I haven't had him here on the show yet, and if you've seen any of my backstage interviews with him, but he's so calm, relaxed, very chill. And then I sit there and I watch some of the amazing choreography he comes up with, and I'm like, I never know what to expect from him because he's always
He's actually not that chill whenever you're like,
Oh,
like
really?
when
So
you get
he's just
into
really,
well, he's
really-
chill. He's not like
Yeah.
super crazy. But
No,
like,
he's not. He's
yeah,
not like
he's
one
like
of those.
he's one of the coolest guys I've ever met.
Because I find that a lot of the choreographers are very like high energy, you know, you expect this and you get, you know, and Chris is always like, okay, so, you know, I was thinking about this. I saw, he was describing like one dance he did last season on So You Think, and he's like, I looked at a photograph, it inspired something in me, and then I went from here, and, you know, he just describes very calmly. He's not like, la, 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 which I think is so interesting because then I sit there and I find his hip hop, I'm like, God, I love what he does.
Yeah,
And
he's a phenomenal choreographer.
And he's doing In the Heights right now, Lin-Manuel Miranda. So with John Chu. I just interviewed John Chu last week, by the way, and I was like, I know Christopher Scott. It's going to be a phenomenal film. I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah. So were you able to watch All Styles? Because I know it was running on Showtime, I think, for a bit there.
Yeah, I was able to watch it, so it was good. It was, I mean, I was only on it for like a little bit, but still, it was a great experience.
cool.
And it was so much fun to like watch myself back on the screen again because I was able to watch myself on So You Think You Dance and lip sync battle. I think I did lip sync battle before that. Before All Styles, did lip sync battle. So it was good to like watch myself in a different way, you know.
I know. Do you like to watch yourself? Because I can't even watch my own self sometimes. It's hard.
It's different, you know. Like when dancing, I'm like, all right, I'll watch myself, like to critique myself. But like whenever I say lines or anything, I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I know, it's a good way to learn.
I'd watch it just to like perfect it, you know. But
Yeah. It's a good tool to learn, and I think we always do have to go and watch ourselves because sometimes we'll find, it's kind of a bad habit, or I need to think of something else, or, you know, think of different ways to approach it. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't stand.
Yeah, yep.
It's so funny because you're like, I love to perform for the camera, and then you're like, I don't want to look at myself, though.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense. So in terms of what you're doing next, are you still taking dance class at all, or are you really just focused in on the acting thing?
Yes. I take some dance classes sometimes, but I'm really trying to focus on the acting now. I've done a lot of auditions. I haven't really done any dance auditions. I've just been more straightforward, just acting, and my manager and everybody's pushing for acting. So it's really just what's going on for now is acting.
Are you taking acting classes at all?
Yes, I've taken a couple. Yeah.
And then if you were, would you do a dance movie? That would be really fun.
Yeah, of
You've
course.
done
I
All
do.
Styles, but I
Yes.
love, you know,
I
like the
love,
old school
like,
step ups.
You know, they're doing a High School Musical now, which is going to be great.
Yes, they
Yes.
are. They're filming
It's a
right
TV
now.
series now instead of a movie, which is going to be interesting.
I think it's going to be real interesting. They just finished episode 1, and it's on Disney's new streaming platform.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that's coming.
Is
Yep.
it good so far? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen anything because it's not out yet, but
Oh, okay, my bad.
they're filming through June.
Okay.
And some of the So You Think, Stephanie Sosa is,
Okay.
a lot of people know her from So You Think last year, but she auditioned this year too. We'll see what happens. And I'm trying to think, Andres from Charity and Andres, he's also in the cast.
Okay.
So a couple familiar faces are in
Yeah.
the crew there, and they're filming in Utah. So
Yeah, I love Utah.
I know.
I've actually fallen in love with Utah. I think she's my
all your
girlfriend
friends
now.
are there. All of your friends are there.
Yes.
Fantastic. And then in terms of what your future goals are, like where do you see yourself? I know you're only 15, but you got 3 more years. Before, would you go to college? Would you think you're going to be out here full time? Wait, he looks at mom first.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know about college. I'm more straightforward towards the acting
That's
stuff.
good, though.
You know, I've taught myself how to act mostly. I've been looking at films. I've been practicing nonstop. It's kind of like when I first started dancing, you know, I'd practice nonstop until I got where I wanted to be.
Right.
And I'm doing the same for acting right now. So definitely straightforwarding now, more towards the acting. So in 3 years, hopefully acting.
Who inspires you acting wise? Who are the actors that you look at and go, I love their career?
You gotta go with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Because he started when he was basically young. He was a breakdancer.
I didn't know he was a breakdancer.
He was a breakdancer. He was a b-boy, like a little breakdancer boy, and and he started acting. He came into his first audition for an agent. I actually know this because I think I heard it in an interview or something. Happened to fall upon it, and he was talking about it, and he was like, I came into my first audition as for my agent as a super baggy clothes, like a b-boy type of thing, super chill and with the hair to the slick back and all that stuff. And then after that, he was able to get an agent when he cleaned up a little bit, got a nice shirt and everything, and fixed his hair a bit, and he was able to get a bunch of movies. So.
And he did Growing Pains.
Growing Pains.
Yes.
Have
you seen him on Growing Pains?
I practice off of Growing Pains all the time. Yes.
I was like, I don't even know. It's still on TV. I don't even know.
It is on Amazon for free.
It is.
I wouldn't know that.
You're like, no, I watch everything with Leo. What's your favorite Leo movie?
Revenant.
Oh, yeah, he wins an Oscar for that. There you go.
I love that. I mean, he deserved an Oscar on many occasions, but did you watch the Oscars?
I did. What did you think?
I agree with most of them. Yes.
Okay.
I liked that Green Book one. I liked that Rami Malek one for Bohemian Rhapsody.
He was great in that.
I was rooting for him. I was truly rooting for Rami Malek, and yeah. Definitely. I didn't. Hachi still haven't watched A Star Is Born yet.
You haven't. You've got.
They have, but I haven't.
It was a good movie. But there's 4 of them you can watch. Honestly, this is the 4th remake.
It's the 4th remake.
I always encourage people to go back and watch the Barbra Streisand one. I'm just saying, if you love.
Is it the same? Is it the same storyline?
It's the same storyline, but it was done in the 70s, so it's got a very 70s feel. But and it feels different than the Bradley Gaga one. But I kind of like that one a little bit better. Okay. Don't tweet at me and tell me I'm terrible.
Over the new one?
Yes.
Ooh, that's juicy.
Yes.
I know. I wouldn't think that.
I know, it's really good. To me, it's peak Barbra Streisand. It's Barbara at her best. So, but if you love the Gaga one, Gaga was amazing. Bradley Cooper was amazing. So they're both great, but.
Yes.
Just preference, that's all. Just preference, everyone, because everyone's like, Gaga's the best ever.
Yeah.
I know, I'm probably going to have angry tweets now.
Yeah, she has a beautiful voice in the acting. I haven't seen it yet. I would love to watch her acting.
Did you like Shallow?
Yes, of course. I loved it. Yeah. She performed the Oscars, yeah?
She did. They performed the heck out of that song.
Yeah.
For sure, which was kind of incredible. Well, I've got to say, this has been such a pleasure having you here.
Already?
I know, yes.
It is time already. Wow. I was having a blast, yes.
I know. I'm glad we finally got you in here, and maybe we'll get you out here in LA a little bit more.
Yes.
When you book that series.
Thank you very much. Yes.
That would be pretty incredible, and lots to look forward to. So if people aren't already following you on social media, where can they find you?
Yes, it's Jake Monreal 33. I'm trying to think out the 33, but right now it's Jake Monreal 33.
What does the 33 stand for?
I have no idea.
Wait, did you make it?
It's my baseball number.
It's your baseball number. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being such a great sport and coming in here at the last minute. We really appreciate that for certain. And you guys, next week, I'm going to be in Copenhagen. So I will not be here in studio, but we do have a show for you, which we pre-taped with season 8 winner of So You Think You Can Dance, Mandy Moore. So we pre-taped that a couple of weeks ago. You guys are going to love the episode. It was absolutely fun. We had a blast having her here. For all of your dance news, of course, check out dancenetwork.tv. And we want to thank Dance Network and Popcorn Talk for joining us here today. We will see you all next week, or you'll see a taped version of me. And have a great one.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network. The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.